Segment 2 on the Danny Vegas Live Show. Lisa Chastain, hashtag Bills in Heels.
I love it.
You love it?
I love it.
I just made that up yesterday.
So good. It's so good.
Yeah, I had to take a second, like what rhymes with heels, So anyway, I can't even think of a word that rhymes. Alice Cooper. Okay, got it. All right, segment 2. We're going to talk a little bit about Lisa. If you don't know who she is, you better. Because especially if you're a gal, especially if you are a millennial, and we're going to talk about that because you are a millennial money coach.
Yep.
You are space shuttle smart, and you really get into the psyche of money and human beings. And I'm kind of a sociology guy, so we're kind of tied at the hip. That's kind of like kissing cousins here, so we're going to get into it. Okay, but first what we're going to do is you got to have to fill me in. Your book is not out yet, but it's coming out, or it's out, and you can get it where and all that. Because Joe Gamble, let's slap up that cover of hashtag, and we're going to look at that cover now. It's a book that you wrote.
Yeah, it is. It will be out officially on December 7th through Amazon.
Okay.
It is available for pre-order.
Okay.
So the pre-order process, the price goes up over time, and so you can get it now for $2.99 on Amazon.
Okay.
And when it launched, it was 99 cents for the first day, and so we want you to get it, pre-order it, and then you'll also be a part of my VIP club. So as I release content from the book, you'll be the first to get it, and then you'll get the actual book on December 7th.
December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day. All right, cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
Okay.
All right, we'll take that. We'll take that. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit. We talked a little bit. We're going to talk about a couple subjects if we have time today. I find it fascinating, okay, because I do, I have been alive to watch my mother, who worked for $2 an hour in a secretarial pool, okay, no choices, nothing.
Right.
Come home, cook dinner. Literally, besides her working, it was Leave It to Beaver. Okay.
Okay.
My dad worked, my mom worked, but her income was kind of just the supplemental income.
Okay.
And she was just a secretary in a secretarial pool. To now, where I do believe the future is female.
I agree.
This has happened in about 30 years. Amazing to me. It's amazing as a sociology guy, where I've literally watched in my lifetime where women have come from and where they are going.
Right.
I find it very interesting. We had a little topic, like I asked you why women want to make money, and we discussed why men want to make money.
Yep.
And just by our two answers, it certainly describes the conflict that we have today.
Yes.
Something that simple.
Yes.
I will tell you, men want to make money, and it's so simple, to gain the attention and affection of females. It's either to get a woman or keep a woman. Okay? You say women make money because
they want freedom, they want choices, and they want to do it on their own.
That's
they want
right.
to make it happen on their own.
So, right there tells what's going on.
Right.
Men they gain their wealth, their money, to gain the attention and affection of women, and they use that to keep women.
Yep.
But if women don't need that,
Don't need it.
that means you, as a woman, the only reason you're interested in Danny Vegas is on emotion, because you just like me.
Because I like you.
Well, men don't understand that, okay? There's no security for men. If she's only here because she likes me, she's not here because I've done anything great, or I have this or that, or she's not here because of that. She's just here. Well, since men don't really believe in emotions, it's hard for them to, you just like me, you could be gone tomorrow then.
Yep.
And that's where men have issues.
Yeah. It's mind-blowing to hear that, because it's something that in my groups and in the women that we work with, we talk about that. And it's something that I say where the modern man, I think you're in trouble. Like you're really in the question about how are we going to make this all work, because I think we're requiring you to take the mask off and get real. And if we don't need your money, we need your soul and your spirit and your authenticity, and that's not logical.
It's tough.
It's not logical.
It's tough. I think it can be changed. I'll tell you, and we don't have a lot of time. I can do a whole show on this. I'm a sociology guy. I've been studying this stuff for many years. But I do think it's a learned behavior. So what will happen as time goes on, when women gain more power and financial freedom, I think men literally have to live with it. You're just gonna have to deal with it. And I think, as you know, I don't have any sons, but if I did have a son, he would certainly deal with it better than I would have.
Sure.
So, and his son will deal with it better than him. So, I think it's all good, ladies. It's all good. The only thing is, I have to tell you, I've known 2 women
Okay.
that literally have to pay alimony to their husbands.
Yep.
And you know what? They're pissed.
Yes.
They don't like it.
No, and that's the whole reason they're divorced.
So the question is, as women gain more power,
Right.
It's coming. Oh, that's coming.
It is coming.
Yeah, because
You're right.
if you make more money than he does, believe me, the path has been set for what you're going to have to deal with.
Yeah, and I know we talked about having a lawyer. That might be something to ask. Is I think that the judicial process, and I think that law will shift with us. It hasn't yet because it takes time and it catches up. But I would imagine that we would see that in the future. Things are going to have to shift.
I think you guys are going to have to pay. That's what I think. You guys are just going to have
We'll
to
see.
pay. You're going to have to, because it's only fair. All right, we can get into that. Okay. We want to talk about this.
Okay.
Oh, wise guy. Okay. Lisa, you're a parent.
I'm a parent.
Okay, your son is a little younger than my youngest. How old is Connor now?
9.
9. So, yeah, by a few years. But I wanted to ask you, I know it scares me as a parent in 2017. What scares you?
What scares me? What scares me is that we have some archaic systems in education that my son, we're raising him to think outside the box, to be outside the box, to be independent. So my biggest fear is at some point along the way that'll be squelched and he'll lose his voice, or he'll lose his, his yearn for life. And that's my biggest fear, is that he'll be discouraged from being himself, that he's going to have to fit into the box somehow.
Well, in some ways, I think we all fit into some box somewhere. We have to, or it's archaic.
Right.
What scares me is, especially with daughters, I guess, and like I said, I'm 50-some years old. I'm a little bit older school. Is I don't worry about. I think they're going to be ass kickers. I think they'll be fine there. You're just going to have to go out and kick ass or get your ass kicked. Make dust or eat dust, one of the two.
Sure.
I worry, at this point in time, I worry about the social media. You know why?
Sure.
I can't, I hate
Control
to
it.
say I'm a controller, because I'm not.
Control it.
I can't control it. I can't. It's just so hard because it's so advanced. There are platforms that I don't know about. I can't. The passwords, phones on passwords. It's really tough. You want to give them. You want to believe them and trust them. I mean, it's hard for me when I was in high school. I used to leave the house on Tuesday and tell my mom I'll be back on Friday.
Right.
Okay? I literally didn't come home for days.
Yeah.
Okay? My daughters walk around the block. I'm like, where are they? They should have been back 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So I
absolutely.
worry about that. I worry about the influence that people can use on social media. And I don't mean they'll grow up and fall politically where they're going to fall.
Right.
But, there are people out there, they're pros at getting to these kids.
Absolutely.
And that's what scares me at this point in time.
That is scary. I read an article all about that. And my son, same thing. He likes to be on his Xbox playing with his friends. And I have to remind him, they are not your friends. He's got a couple of real friends that he'll connect with. But, they're like, oh, where do you live? I said, you do not share personal information. I agree with you. That is a scary thing.
It's scary because I will tell you, there are especially men, men out there that they are experts at creating fake profiles to get to your kids, and that's what scares me right now. And of course, I always worry about them going south and getting into stuff and worrying about that, and
Well, I was raised in Vegas.
Okay.
Different time, right? But there were 3 of us, and we were raised off the strip, of course.
Right,
Everybody's raised
right.
off the strip. But I have faith that with your
Right.
involved in engaged parenting and then
Right.
being involved in sports, that you'll keep them on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, I don't really worry about the TNA here in town. I think it's so everywhere by the time they're getting to that age they won't even care. So I don't know. But anyway, segment 2, we are $500,000 in the show. We're going to talk,
Woo!
segment 3, we're going to talk about Hugh Hefner.
Okay.
And what does that all mean now that he's gone? We'll be back.
All right.